Okay, welcome to my channel, Simeon Graphics. Today we'll be doing introduction to Pixallab, knowing more about Pixallab, how the tools work, how it functions, and more. Let's go straight to Pixallab. So now, let's continue. Sorry for the break. Yeah, so on the first angle right here, the first one here, here is for projects. You can see projects, backgrounds, presets, and all of that. So here, your previous project you have worked on, the ones you save and the ones you have not saved, all of them are here. So let's go. Come here. Here is background, default background I can use for creating, and this space here all is called Canva. Your canvas size where you design the space you're allowed to design. Those are preset size for different type of flyer, poster, and what have you. So on the second one right here is this capital letter A here I'm pointing at is for tests. Let's click on it and see what's good. Yeah, when you click on this test now, you see that the test will appear. So after the test appear like this, then let's go. After edit, let's say style. Those ones are not necessarily they are not necessary. You see edit, when you edit this, you click here, then you can be able to customize what you want to do. Let's say type something here. Okay, let's go. Let's continue. Here's it. Then you see delete is to delete it. Yeah, you guys know what is delete. Copy is to copy, duplicate. Then what again? Sorry, we have to back to front. Let me show you clearly what it means, how it works. To back, you can see now. Let me change the color so that you'll be able to understand. Yes, this highlighted text here now. Let's say I want to take it to the front. Let me take this white to the front now. The white highlighted to the front. See to front. It will now be on the black one. Then to back, it will now be behind the black. Yeah, that is how it works. Then let's go. The next thing you see position. Position help you to position it accurately. That is the work of position. Then we see relative position. This one helps you to position it with just one click. Yeah, we have to right, we have center, we have right, we have left, we have bottom, we have top, and what have you. Here's how it works. We have middle. That's how it works. Then the next thing here is size. It helps you to change the size to different size you want, depending on your desire and your choice. So that is that. Then the next thing is padding. Padding is just to give your text breathing space. Yeah, that's just how padding works. The next thing here is color. Is to change color. Those are the inbuilt color with Pixallab that came with Pixallab. You can change to different color as you wish. You can change. So let's go. The next thing here is texture. Let's say okay, now let's click on this. Click on this icon right here, and it will take you to your gallery. Then let's import this picture. You can now see the picture is now inside the text. That is the work of texture. Let's go. Opacity is to reduce, to fade the text into in order to blend to whatsoever you are doing at that moment. You can see it will fade into the background. Yeah, that's how it is. Reduce, increase. That's how it works. The next thing is rotate. You guys all know what rotate. Rotate is just normal rotate here. So the next thing here is mask. Mask is if you want to cut out some parts out of your text. Remember, we are still working on text. Remember, don't forget. So the next thing here is fonts. So under font, here are the default fonts that came with Pixallab. Those are, you can choose any of them to use. And here are the ones that I downloaded and import into Pixallab and use. You can use any of them. I will do a video on how to download and import into Pixallab. And whatever, that is how it is. So let's move. You can see right here, you can see style. Style is how you want your text to look like, how you want it to feel, how you want it to look like. Let's go. The first one here is bold. The second one here is to make it slant. The third one here is to underline. You can see the effect on the text. You can see all those things. Then the last one is to undo all the effects. So that is that. Then this next one here, you guys know what is curve. You go like this. That is the effect. You can see. Not too much. Then the next thing is background. Background, this is just adding background behind your text. Let's enable. Let's choose white color. You can now see that there is background behind. You can increase the left padding. See it. You can increase and reduce. You can increase the right, reduce. You can increase left, right, the radius. The radius now, if you're talking about the radius, you mean the curve, how it will look like. So that is that. Then alignment. So let me show you how alignment works. Let's say you are working on so many works like this. So let's say I'm working on so many tests this way. So alignment, we have left alignment, center alignment, right alignment. So now let's see left alignment is currently on left alignment, then center alignment. If you want to align all the tests to center, this is how it is. If you want to align all to the right, this is how it is. And spacing, you guys know all what spacing looks like. Spacing is just to give more space or reduce space between tests, between the letters. Yes, space, this is the effect you can see. Then we have the next thing here, we have line spacing. Line spacing, this is how it works. Increase line between words, increase, reduce, that's how it works. Then the next thing is stroke. Enable, and choose, you can change the color to any color of your choice. You can increase its width as you desire. Then we have shadow. Let's enable, you can see the effect. You can also change the color to any color. You can reduce the opacity, increase the opacity. You can increase radius or reduce. You can offset. You can offset y x-axis. Here's the effect x-axis, and here's the effect y-axis. I hope we are following. So now inner shadow. The inner shadow, now there's difference between shadow and inner shadow. This shadow now takes behind, while inner shadow takes it inside the text. Let's see the effect now. Let's change it to white and so you can see. Let's choose a thicker font, a thick and more bold font. Let's use this. Delete this. Yeah, you can now see how it's. Let's go back, scroll to shadow, inner shadow. Yes, go to inner shadow. Now you can increase the radius. You can see the effect. Increase, reduce radius. That is a work of inner shadow. You can also offset y-axis and x-axis. They're all the same. Then emboss. If you emboss now, it will make the text look plastic in nature. Yeah, this is the effect. You can increase the light or reduce the light, as the case may be. Intensity, you can increase, reduce. You can see the effect on the text. Increase, reduce. You can see the effect. That is that about that. Don't need it. Then the next thing is perspective. Perspective is, here's the effect of perspective in Pixallab. Those are the basic tools that you need to know in Pixallab. So that is our perspective. But the next thing is we have 3D rotate. This is y-axis, x-axis, and this is y-axis. That is that about that. The next thing we have 3D text. Now if you want to create 3D text, you can increase. Next thing you can see we're on perspective. You can increase depth. You can make it bigger. You can change the color, as the case may be. That is that about that. Then the next thing is 3D shadow. Shadow to make it, to give it a realistic feel. Add a realistic feel to your text. Yeah, that is just how it works. Then the next thing, lastly about text. You remember we are still on text. I'm still taking you on how text works. Then reflection, to reflect. Yeah, to reflect the text above, below. Yeah, the blend. Yeah, here is the effect. You can see. You can increase, reduce, as the case may be. So that is that about that. And don't forget we are still on text. So let's head over to this one is particularly for shape, sticker, image, and what have you. So the first one here, you have sticker. Here's some beautiful sticker that you can use for your designs. Yes, this sticker is nice. You can use it for your design. Let's go. Then the next thing is import. Then if you click on import, it will take you to your gallery. Then you can be able to import picture into it and use for your work. That is that about that. Then the next 2 here is draw. You can increase the text. You can increase the pen size. Change the color if need be. You can change the color, the smoothness, and what have you. Then you can be able to draw anything, but you can be able to draw anything at all. That is how it works. Then the next 2 here is shape. There's shape. If you want to import shape, different type of shape, you click on it. Let's say I want a circumference, which is cycle. You can click on cycle. You can either increase, reduce, as the case may be. You can increase the opacity, reduce the opacity. You can see the effect on it. The stroke, you can add stroke, reduce stroke, and many other features. That is that about shape. Then the next thing is Bezier. Bezier, this tool is basically used by those that design logo. Yeah, they use it mostly for logo. You can see the effect. At first, the opacity is off, so that you can be able to use it to design whatsoever you want to design. Increase, yes, you can see. That's the effect. That's how easy. Then the last one here is arrow. You can increase, change the size, increase the size, reduce the size, depending on how you want it. You can change the edge, how you want it to look like. And then you can also off the opacity, increase the opacity, change the color, opacity, you can add stroke and many more. Just when you're using this app, you just be creative. Just be creative at what you do. That's all. With that, you are good to go. So the next thing here, the next 2 years, this one is basically for your pictures, for your picture editing and backgrounds. Let's click on it and see what we got there. Now, if you want to edit your background direct, let's say there's no background, the default background, you want to change it from the color it is currently to another color. You can click on the color. You can change it to any color of your choice. Any color, let's use white. Then the next one is transparent. You know what is transparent? That is saving your work with no background. Like there should be no background behind. That is then image size. Let's say if I want to work with a banner with 4x5 banner, I can come here, click 4, come here. Sorry for that. Can come here, click 4, come here, click 5. Okay, that is it. So the next thing is crop, but that is not working currently because we have nothing to crop. So the next thing is image. Here are default image that you can use as background for your project, for your work. You can see them. You can see how it is. Wow, this one is nice. It's really nice. Wow. So that is that about that. So the next thing is from gallery. And then from gallery, you know, this is used to import picture directly from your gallery, just like the other import I showed you earlier. But this one will import directly from your gallery as background. If you want to use picture directly from your gallery as background, that is the function of this. Let's see. Something like this. I want it to be your background. To not be your background, if you click on layer, you cannot see it. That's it. So the next thing here is from camera. This one's not necessary. So the last one here, they're not necessary for me, but I will still show you how it works. We have rotate. If you want to rotate your background, and we have vignettes. Yeah, you can see the effects of it. You can increase the size or reduce, as the case may be. We have noise. You can see the effect. We have stripe. You can see the effect. We have brightness and many others. So we are done with that part. Let's move to the top. I hope you understand the bottom tools I have just explained. Let's move to the top. The plus sign here is used for import, and you can use it to import any type of element that you want to use for design, be it image, shapes, sticker, image, and or draw, as the case may be. Then the next one is to save. You can either save as project, type your name, save it to save into the Pixallab. Then you can also save as image to save directly to your gallery. Then the next is share. Share also is like just save as save quote. Those ones are not necessary. Yeah, you can the 3 dots. You see most of those things I've just shown you how it works. Then the next here is the undo button. You can use this to undo whatever you have done. Let's try. You can see the effect. It's undoing all the things we have done. Yeah, the next one is for pinching in and out. You can zoom and see whatever you are doing clearly. Then the next one here is grid. The grid lines are used for alignments and measurements. Like after your project has been done, you can use it to align it properly, align text properly. You can many more features, many other features. Then the last one here is your layer tool. Layer tool. Let's import image now. Let's import image. Yeah, click on your layer. You see it. Let's import text now. Click on your layer. You see it. So that is how it works. Thanks you for staying. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more.